Tim, first question up front.
Shai, you mentioned last night they prioritized picking you up higher than they have. Statistically, the average pickup point was higher than any game in your career, actually. They also, like a lot of teams, try to make you work as hard as possible on the defensive end. How much did you feel like those body blows made fatigue a factor? How can you mitigate that and try to fight through it, figuring they're going to take a similar approach?
Yeah, you got to suck it up. You have to. There's maximum 4 games left in the season, and it's what you work the whole season for. It's what you work all summer for. So the way I see it is, you gotta suck it up, get it done, and try to get a win.
Joel here on the left.
Joel Lorenzo, Oklahoma. Shai, you said it just then. There's 4 games max the rest of the way. Obviously, I don't know if you feel like there's similarities between this series and the Denver series, but you were down 2-1 then. How does this maybe feel different or similar, and sort of what's the sense of urgency today with the group?
Yeah, it feels a lot similar. Obviously, losing game 1 under the buzzer beater, winning big game 2, being up in game 3 and losing the lead. There's a lot of similarities. Now the teams are very different, so you can't kind of compare the situations too much. But at the end of the day, we have to be who we are and who we've been all season. And I think we got back to that in that series. If we want to give ourselves a chance in this series, it has to be the same thing.
Standing over on the left.
Shai, Modest Buzelis, NBA player correspondent. I wanted to ask you about how are you guys adjusting to Indiana's pace and how fast they play?
Pretty good. We play pretty fast ourselves, so it hasn't been too much of an adjustment period. It's been pretty comfortable. But yeah, they do play fast, and it's been fun.
Over on the right, John.
John Hollinger from The Athletic. Shai, when Andrew was trying to deny you after made baskets so that they wouldn't even kind of inbound it to you, is that something where you want to get the ball more often on those, or are you okay letting them inbound it to somebody else and you're coming up the floor then off the ball?
I'm okay with both. There's a lot of guys that can make plays and handle on the team. I don't have to be on it 24/7. Now, I do think there's moments where it is beneficial for the team for me to touch it early. But I think it's a mixture. It's a blend, just like anything else. Yeah, I think both is fine.
Do you think you had the right balance last night, or do you feel like you need to tilt it a little more toward being on the ball? Or?
I wasn't mad at the balance last night, not at all.
Barry, second row in the middle.
Trammell, Tulsa World. Shai, you seem a little more emotionally agitated in this series by Nembhard than in anybody else you've played against this year. Is he doing anything extra to get under your skin? Is it because of your long history together? Is that part of it, or what exactly is going on there?
I'm not too sure. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't feel emotionally agitated at all. So I don't know what's going on. But I don't feel emotionally worked up at all.
Joe up front.
Hey, Shai. I wanted to follow up on Tim's question. Did whether it was the pace or some of the extra bumps that you took last night, did you feel that wore you down a little bit going into the fourth quarter?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so. It's a physical game. We've had plenty of physical games. We've had games like that where I've been great late, and games like that where I've stunk late. I don't think it was anything out the blue or anything I haven't seen before.
The last two, Nick, and then the back right.
Shai, you guys often talk about just being in the moment and being present. I just wonder, is there anything you guys or you maybe specifically do to actually implement that into your mental routine, or something that you guys do as a group to get to that place?
I don't. Nothing specific. I just think we've hung our hat on that all year, and it's something that we're pretty used to. Something that's very comfortable for us. It's almost like a default.
Last question, back right.
Shai, Dominic Contini, ESPN. Your pace is always your own, slow and surgical, and you always move with calm confidence. How do you keep that identity with the other team when it's trying to speed you up emotionally and physically? And what does your version of leadership look like when you're down in the final series?
I try to just honestly, I don't even really think about it too much. It's become so second nature, the way I play, the way I think about the game. It's just part of who I am. And then my leadership is the same it's been all year. Been organic to who I am. Never overbearing, but if something needs to be said, I say it. Pick my spot, pick my moments. But I think above all, just like be organic to who I am.
Thank you, Shai. Jalen will be right.